And that's the subsea mine workings. The workings are now completed, but they're gradually flooding back to the surface. And this is Lingan Bay. There's the power plant in the background. And here's where one of the outfalls is for the 1B hydraulic system. You can see that they've got pyramids around here for erosion protection, which isn't too bad when you're dealing with normal conditions. Once you get Hurricane Hortense come in, it just breaches this whole thing. Of course, here's the outflow from the mine workings. But under those high storm surges and sea level rise, that seawater is now going to flood back into the mine workings. And that could have positive benefits. And that's something that DevCo is looking at. The last thing I'll give you just to think about in terms of Glace Bay, any idea where this is? This is Escazoni. And the reason I wanted to bring this up was that we asked the computer to show us all the communities on Cape Breton Island, so those are all the red dots. And then we said, okay, how many communities shown in blue would be impacted if sea level rose 10 meters? You can certainly see Glace Bay is one. But the one thing Glace Bay's got going for it is that you can move back away from the coast. But a lot of the communities around the edge of the Dora Lakes, like Escazoni, can't, because they've got nowhere to go. They just run right up against the big highland ridges behind them, in this case, the Boisdale Hills. So if the community got flooded out, if they moved up into this steep transition slope, well, this is the landslide prone area. If they moved up onto the highlands, well, now you've hardly got any overburden. So any subsurface infrastructure you want to put in, any pipes or whatever, you got to blast for it. Big costs. Also, the aquifers for developing a groundwater supply up here, they're not as plentiful as they are down below. So Glace Bay does have a benefit in that you do have the ability to move back, unlike some other communities on the island. Okay, conclusions. Giving you an awful lot in a short period of time here. I'll just leave you with two thoughts. One is, this is a quote from Environment Canada, which says, in terms of adaptation, we have options, but the past is not one of them. We can't go back. Even just natural variability is gradually going to increase sea level rise. So we have to adapt. On the other hand, the reverse of this is also true. And hopefully I showed that to you at the beginning of the talk. Because by looking backwards in time to that last interglacial, we can begin to see what might be in our future. So the quote from Winston Churchill also is well worth thinking about. The further backward you can look, the further forward you are likely to see. Thank you.